Good Tuesday morning, 8th grade. Today we're going to briefly review plural possessive contractions and appositives. Let's begin by putting our names, class, and today's date, October 13th, on top of your paper. The test that you have at the end of the week is going to be asking you to identify different kinds of words according to the nouns that they are, or in a case of a contraction, that it's not a noun at all. And that's what we want to practice today. You'll notice that I've crossed out the first part of my direction. I'm simply looking to identify the words that are in italics. Now, you can write the word on the blank. We're simply seeking to identify this word that I have highlighted. If the word is green, it's plural. If it's possessive, it's blue. If it's an example of a contraction, purple, and it's gold if it's an appositive. And I'm going to briefly give you some clues as to why those are the correct responses. First of all, possessives. A possessive has to have an apostrophe. So if you look down on all of your numbers, 1 through 16, there are about half of the words that have apostrophes. And so your choice is a possessive or a contraction. Remember, if it's a contraction, it's not a noun. It stands for the word and then is or has. It's not America is tallest building. It's describing the building. It's the building that belongs to America. America's tallest building. Number 1 is possessive. Number 2, and his brother's a great swimmer. Brother is a great swimmer. Even though it has an apostrophe, it's a contraction. Same with number 3. Buckeye is a kind of chestnut. So the difference between a possessive in number 1 and a contraction in number 2 and 3. Number 1 shows ownership, the building that belongs to America. And these have is that combines with the noun. Brother is, Buckeye is. Number 4 does not have an apostrophe. Number 4 cannot be a contraction. It cannot be an appositive. It cannot be a contraction. It cannot be a possessive. So it either needs to be an appositive or a plural. Well, it's not set apart by commas. It's not describing something else in the sentence. Galaxies is a plural noun. Again, notice it ends in IES. Number 5, number 6, and number 7. All of these show ownership. It would not be correct to say volleyball is Finer Points, or rocket is liftoff, or grandfather is farm. Those all show ownership. 5, 6, and 7 we call possessive. Number 8, the Pointer Sisters. More than one sister. Sisters. Number 8 is a plural noun. Number 9. Do you notice the clue for number 9? Do you notice in number 9 that it is set apart by a pair of commas? Do you notice that it refers back to the words that come directly before it? Isaiah is moving to Kansas City, Missouri is the simple sentence, which is being described by my best friend. Who is he? He's my best friend. Number 9 is an appositive. Numbers 10 and 11. Again, it's not referring back to anything else in the sentence. They don't have apostrophes. They're plural nouns. Number 12. apostrophe, so it needs to be a contraction, or possessive. Hillary is going to try out for the next musical. 12 is a contraction. 13 is one of those examples that we talked about in yesterday's lesson on appositives that sometimes may not have a comma. The musical will be presented to the Parent-Teacher Association. Oklahoma is the name of the musical. The reason that there is an exclamation point is because it's part of the title of the play, which contains an exclamation mark. 13, a positive. 14. Whose poems? The poems that belong to Robert Frost. Possessive. It's not Robert Frost is poems. 15. More than one tourist. Plural. 16. Maureen is. Nothing belongs to Maureen. It's a contraction. Maureen is. 17. Children's teacher. Teacher. Now, does this word have any impact? This is plural. This is possessive. This is a common mistake that students sometimes make. Look at my clue. Here and here. This is the word in italics. This set apart by commas. That is an appositive. Don't be misled by the fact that there happens to be a plural or a possessive that goes along with it. Okay? I'm looking at teacher, which describes Mrs. Phillips. Number 17 is an appositive. Number 18. The fullback is helmet. No, the helmet that belongs to the fullback, that is a possessive. On your test that you'll be writing at the end of the week, you're going to be asked to describe nouns as to whether they're plural or singular or possessive, singular or plural, or if it's a contraction, or if the group of words might be in a positive. And that's my takeaway from today. I want to be sure that I understand how to identify these words. You've got this page completed. This can simply be put inside of Tuesday's folder to be returned to school. If you want more practice, I do have posted some IXL links. They're optional. You don't have to do them. If you have questions concerning these, please contact me and I will help you. There are going to be directions for tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday concerning using Connected to help us review and then finally to write our test. This is today's assignment. We've completed it in full. Tomorrow we'll begin using Connected to finish this week's review. Have a great day.